Welcome back to the mineral series on the proper human diet. I'm John, your carnivore teacher, and today we're diving into copper, a trace mineral most people don't think about, but one that plays a surprisingly big role in human health. Just like iron and zinc, copper is required for essential processes in the body, and the best sources are found in animal foods. If you're eating carnivore or animal-based, you're already positioned to get the most bioavailable copper without relying on supplements or plant-based foods that block absorption. Let's talk about why copper matters. Copper is essential for energy production. It's a cofactor for cytochrome C oxidase, one of the key enzymes in the mitochondria that helps you convert food into usable energy. Iron metabolism, copper works hand in hand with iron. Without copper, iron can't be properly mobilized or incorporated into the hemoglobin, which leads to anemia, even if you're eating enough iron. Connective tissue health, copper is needed to form collagen and elastin, giving structure to your blood vessels, skin, and joints. Antioxidant defense, it's part of the enzyme superoxide dismutase, which protects cells from oxidative damage. Brain and nervous system, copper is involved in neurotransmitter synthesis, meaning it impacts mood, focus, and cognition. When copper is low, you'll notice problems with energy, immunity, connective tissue strength, and even neurological health. Copper deficiency is real, but it's rare. Copper deficiency isn't common in those who eat animal foods, but it can occur in certain situations. Relying heavily on supplements like high-dose zinc without balancing copper, since zinc competes with copper absorption. Eating a grain-heavy or plant-based diet low in bioavailable copper. Genetic conditions like Menkes disease, rare but severe, and symptoms of copper deficiency can include fatigue, anemia that don't respond to iron, brittle bones, neurological issues, poor wound healing, and low immunity. The best sources of copper in a carnivore diet, if you're eating the proper human diet, copper isn't hard to find. The richest sources include beef liver, copper powerhouse, with just 3 ounces providing more than 10 milligrams of copper, well above the daily requirement. Other organ meats, kidney, heart, moderate but steady sources. Shellfish, especially oysters, lobster, crab, excellent for copper, with oysters giving you both zinc and copper in balance. Dark chocolate and nuts, often mentioned, but on a carnivore approach, you don't need them because organ meats and shellfish cover the base. And don't forget, dark chocolate is high in oxalates. Nuts, oxalates, and lectins and phytates. Muscle meats, beef, lamb, pork provide small but steady amounts of copper compared to liver or shellfish. So how much copper do we really need? The daily recommended intake is around 900 micrograms for adults. Pregnant and breastfeeding women need slightly more, about 1,000 micrograms. Most people easily cover their needs if they include organ meats once or twice a week or enjoy shellfish regularly. The risk comes when people eat exclusively muscle meat without organ meats or seafood, especially if they're also taking high amounts of zinc. Copper should be in balance with other nutrients also. This is where copper gets really interesting. It's not just about copper in isolation, but how it interacts with other minerals. Zinc, too much zinc without copper can cause deficiency. The ideal dietary ratio is roughly 8-to-1 or 10-to-1 zinc to copper. Eating both oysters and liver helps balance them naturally. Iron. Copper is required to transport the use of iron. Without it, you can't make enough hemoglobin. Vitamin C. High supplemental vitamin C can reduce copper absorption, though natural intake from animal foods isn't usually a concern. And remember, too much vitamin C converts into oxalate. So we want to keep that in mind as well. In other words, copper is one of those team players in the body's mineral orchestra. If it's missing, the entire performance falls flat. Signs you are getting enough. When your copper intake is on point, here's what you'll notice. Strong immunity, fewer colds and faster recovery, steady energy, mitochondria firing efficiently, healthy hair and skin and connective tissue, balanced iron levels without unexplained anemia, and clearer cognitive function, and mood stability. So the bottom line is that copper may not be the first mineral that comes to mind when we talk about nutrition, but it's absolutely essential. The proper human diet, rich in liver, shellfish, and red meat, provides it in abundance, in a form your body can easily use. Plant foods, they either don't provide much or they come with compounds that block absorption. Supplements, not necessary if you're eating organ meats and seafood. Just like with zinc and iron, the answer is simple. Stick with animal foods and you'll meet your copper needs without even trying. That's the beauty of the proper human diet. It was designed for us. If you like this content, click the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share this video with somebody, and leave me a question or a comment, and I'll get back to you. Have a great day.